High school football is on the air. The Oneida Indians, the Scott Highlanders, with Tim Smith, Rick Keaton, and their entire broadcast teams. This is Tennessee's most complete high school football coverage.
Sponsored by United Cumberland Bank, Scenic Foods, El Rey, Ray's Axe, South Fork Physical Therapy, Lumber King, Potter's Ace Hardware, Salvage LLC, and by title sponsor, First National Bank.
Produced by the IH Sports Network, Friday Night Football begins now.
Hello, Scott County. Welcome to Highlander football. The Highlanders on the road tonight to take on the Pigeon Forge Tigers. As we come into the night, the Highlander overall record is 1 win and 2 losses. It's been 3 weeks since we last played on the field. In that game, we lost to South Doyle 42-10. Tonight's opponent, the Pigeon Forge Tigers, it'll be a tough opponent. They beat us, I believe, at home last year by 1 touchdown in the last game of the season. For the Highlanders, it's actually our third on-field game of the 21 season. This is the 5th meeting between Pigeon Forge and our Highlanders. A non-region game. It had been region the last 4 years, but it's non-region now. Also, a reminder once again, this is the 51st season of Highlander football. You're following our broadcast tonight on the IH Sports Network. You can go to ihsports.net on the internet to find links where you can go to Facebook, YouTube. You can also follow us on WBNT, FM, and OCV for our video replays. And when we're at home, our home games at Highlander Gym, you can follow us on the FH Network. The Highlander crew on hand tonight, that's Scott Seabold. He's got our defensive stats. Woody Keaton to have our offensive stats. H.L. Keaton to do our analysis. And I'm Rick Keaton with your play-by-play. The Highlanders, we had that awful close first half when we were last playing on the field against South Doyle. It was only a 14-10 lead for South Doyle at the half. 2 weeks ago, we received the COVID win over Austin East. Last week, the Carter game was canceled as Carter went on to pick up the also open date Cofield Yellow Jackets, and they beat Cofield late in the game last week. The Highlanders coached by Josh Terry in his 4th season. He's our 12th Highlander head coach. Coach Terry and I will talk down on the field for our Highlander pregame, but now we'll step aside for this 60-second break. When we come back after these messages, we go on the field with Coach Terry.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday, or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
From Pigeon Forge High School, this is our Highlander Sideline preview. I'm with Highlander head coach Josh Terry. Coach Terry in his 4th season, 12th head coach all-time in Highlander history. And, Coach, we were just talking about it's been so long since we played. It seems like we're starting all over at game 1.
Yeah, I'm coming off of a little quarantine deal myself, and it has felt like, it felt like 3 weeks since we've been able to play football, but, it's good to be back out.
It certainly is. You make the trip to what has been a region opponent, Pigeon Forge. They're no longer part of our region as we've gone up in class and everything, but I think it's nice that you were able to schedule them to get a tough opponent on your schedule.
Yeah, it's a quality coaching staff. I know a couple of the guys out here, and they're well coached. Coach Meadows been around a long time. He's got a physical bunch of
I've
guys.
got those red ones that I've been having for you.
It's been such a good game for the
those
past
work?
couple of years. We both was of the mindset.
They're in They're in
keep
that
it
black
going.
bag sitting right next to the wall
So
right there, Ken.
It's been fair. As I was looking back,
Oh, it's not?
played them 4
Okay.
times the last 4 years. Each team has won 2 games during this situation we've been in. So
Right.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty evenly matched opponents. Both,
When
gonna
I'm
try
talking,
formation
you
and run it.
You can hear
Between
me.
the tackles, real physical style, and
Oh, wow.
and we'll see what happens.
We know.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Ray's Axe. Ray's Axe offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Ray's Axe has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Ray's Axe on US Highway 27 in Helenwood. Ray's Axe, country cooking and great steaks.
Welcome back to our Highlander pregame. Highlanders at Pigeon Forge High School to take on the Pigeon Forge Tigers. Tonight the Highlanders will be wearing their white uniforms with the red numerals, white helmets. Pigeon Forge will be wearing their orange jerseys with the white pants, and they've also got white helmets. The Highlanders, after practicing outside a couple of times this week in the mud and the blood and everything else there at the Highlander practice field, we're on artificial turf tonight here at Pigeon Forge. Matter of fact, every school but 2 on our schedule has artificial turf, so you don't have to worry about it. But it is an absolutely beautiful and gorgeous evening here at Pigeon Forge as the sun about 10 minutes away from setting behind the trees, and then we'll be able to see much better because our broadcast and the visitor stands on the other side of the field from the main stands here at Pigeon Forge High School. It's a pleasure to be with you bringing you Highlander football. Once again, our Highlander crew, that's Woody Keaton, Scott Seabolt, H.L. Keaton, myself, Rick Keaton. And it's a pleasure to bring you football coverage. Again, it's on the IH Sports Network. Go to ihsports.net. You can find instructions there on how to tune in on Facebook, YouTube. You can also follow us live tonight on WBNT FM 105.5, where we've got tonight's broadcast, and later on Oneida Cable and Video. Also, during home games at Scott High this season, you can pick us up on the NFHS network, which is it's a subscription charge there. So just a reminder of that. But you can watch also all the other NFHS games that you want to watch, not only in the state of Tennessee, but across the country, as an example. So it's $9.95 a month, I believe. So it may be a better alternative for you to do that. The Highlanders tonight, HL, from an injury standpoint, you heard Coach Terry talk about the loss of our starting left tackle tonight, and we've had to readjust our offensive lineup a little bit, as that was Skylar Smith. He's out with an injury. We won't know much about that till next weekend. We'll see how the rest of the Highlanders respond up front on that O-line.
Well, you've heard me say it, Rick. The engine of this Highlander team this year is that offensive line, and Skylar is he's a cylinder and a half.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about that. The Tigers, coached by Scott Meadows, their overall record this season, 2 wins, 2 losses. They have wins over Sullivan East and a COVID victory over Union County. They are big on both sides of the ball. They like to control things on both sides of the ball, too. So that's where the Highlanders will have to step in and find those adjustments. The Highlanders lost the coin toss, correct?
Yeah. Pigeon Forge won, and Pigeon Forge elects to kick the ball. And I would think that since that's west, then they're going to kick the ball south to north. South to north.
Deep for the Highlanders will be Rylan Griffith. He stands back at the 5-yard line. Up backs in front of him will be Nolan Cotton and Cannon Van Hook.
I didn't really notice their in pre-game warm-ups their kicker, but I know they got punters that can punt the ball.
Here's the kick. It'll sail down the middle of the field, fielded by Griffith at the 7-yard line. Runs into a little bit of a wall, still fighting, dragging a player with him out to the 30-yard line. And so the Highlanders, our first offensive possession will start at, officially looks like it's going to go down at the Highlander 31-yard line.
Setting the ball right on the 30.
To the 30, yep.
We're going to look for Pigeon Forge to open up pretty much in a 5-2 defense, and they let those linebackers read and react. They like to stay in a too-high safety, and, that's where they're going to play.
Highlanders moving from left to right. That'll be, if you look at your radio dial or television, left to right. The quarterback is number 6, Brady Strunk. I didn't get to go through the starting lineups, but we'll do that as the Highlanders have this first possession here. The Highlanders coached by Josh Terry. The handoff on a stretch play outside. It goes to Phoenix Norris. Cuts back. He'll pick up 2 to the 32-yard line.
This field down there, this is one of the nicer.
Fluffy. It's a very fluffy.
It's fluffy. The only thing I'm worried about is will it be slicker maybe.
On the offensive line, you've got Cole Tucker, Zane Henry, Gavin Terry, Clayton Carroll, and I think stepping in 78 is Jacob Reese. He'll be the right guard for the Highlanders.
Yeah.
This time, as the Highlanders come to the line of scrimmage, we'll have a tight end on the right side, a little H-back also on the right side with the receiver split each way. Here is Strunk. The handoff, it goes to Norris. He's going to be hit. That'll cost us about a yard. It will be now 3rd down and 9 for the Highlanders. So far on 2 running plays, the Highlanders have managed a total of 1 yard. We see Hugo Henry and Nolan Cotton come in now. That'll be a little more speed for the Highlanders, and we'll see how they are used. Probably
could look
as wide receivers.
Could look at maybe a quick pass here now.
The sun finally setting behind the trees to the west. For the Highlanders, it's 3rd down. We come to the line of scrimmage. We'll send trips left. 1 receiver. That's Rylan Griffith to the right. He's guarded man-to-man with safety help over the top. In the backfield will be Phoenix Norris lining up to the right-hand side of Strunk. Strunk keeps it himself, looks for running room, has 3-4 yards. Nudges the ball to the 34-yard line, and that'll be a gain off 3, but it also brings up 4th down for the Highlanders. And as I see enough bodies exchange, it looks like the Highlanders
will punt
it away, and Brady Strunk stays on the field to punt it.
At around 10 minutes to go in the game, first punting situation for the Highlanders.
Blake Hill, deep for Pigeon Forge, stands at his own 25-yard line. High snap. Strunk has it blocked.
They blocked it.
Running
That'll
after
be
it, trying to
6.
pick it up at the 5-yard line, and does. In for the touchdown off of the block punt. The Pigeon Forge Tigers have the touchdown.
Amazing turn of events. 9:45 to go in the first quarter of this football game. Came hard up the middle, blocked. It was a high, slow snap. I saw him picking flag up on the 4 side. I guess that don't mean nothing. But anyway, it was blocked. Back recovered about a yard. What do you think? Yard, 2 yards out?
About out the 1-yard line.
Walked into the end zone. So they're spotting the tee for their point after. Number 15 is A.B. Gonzalez, 11th year kicker. Or 11th grader. They're missing somebody apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, a guard, huh?
They get the player on the field.
They
and
moved.
the flag is thrown.
Right guard. I think it's
the flag thrown backwards, so it'll be motion against the Pigeon Forge offense. That backs it up 5 yards, and Gonzalez will move his tee. This now ends up being a 25-yard extra point try. The snap, the place, the kick, and the officials say it's through there.
Good
so the
kicking
Pigeon
game.
Forge Tigers, with 9:45 to go, have opened a 7-0 lead over the Highlanders, and they'll be kicking off to our Highlander squad right after this message.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Pigeon Forge to tee it up. This will be A.B. Gonzalez. Again, he tees it up to kick to Rylan Griffith, standing back at the Highlander 5-yard line. The Highlanders had a punt blocked, and Pigeon Forge picked it up. That was Dyer who picked it up, took it into the end zone for the touchdown score. Griffith, again, fills this one at the 8-yard line, tries to find some room, comes to the outside edge at the 30, the 35, now pulled down at about the 37-yard line, where will be Highlander football. We at least get another set of downs, and for the Highlanders, what we have to do tonight is we have to really control drives. We have to move the chains, maintain possession here, and take the ball down the field and get points.
Yeah, they have a quick. They're big, strong. I mean, they're a strong team, Rick, but they're quick and got to get the first downs. Keep their offense off.
Whaley's the receiver on the right, Griffith to the left. Hand off to Norris, straight ahead. He's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage. That'll be no gain, bringing up second down. Watching practice this week, our offensive line, they worked really hard, but right now in the first quarter, we're not moving anybody at the line of scrimmage.
We're going to see, too, if you notice that time, the running back lined up directly behind the quarterback. That's a little bit of a new wrinkle. We're going to see it more tonight than we have in times past.
Yeah, that's indeed true. Same formation for the Highlanders, except this time we'll move the tight end to the left and go twins to the left. The handoff, that is Norris out near the 39-yard line. I'll give him 2 on that carry. Bring up 3rd and long for the Highlanders, about 3rd down and 8, as a matter of fact. Highlanders in that modified huddle, looking to the Highlander sideline. Coach Josh Terry, Coach John Fletcher will signal the play into them. As the Highlanders come to the line of scrimmage. They'll keep twins left, one receiver to the right, trying to run a sweep outside. That is Henry. Henry looking for running room, bounced hard out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. So it brings up now 4th down, and will Coach Terry decide on this? It's going to be 4th and 1 yard to go. Coach Terry going down. He's really going down to look at it, at the change just to see, and he's already made the decision to punt the ball away. So, we've got to have a much better snap this time so that Strunk can get a punt away.
And all that big rush came up the middle the last time.
2 returners dropping back for Pigeon Forge. They'll stand inside the Pigeon Forge 25-yard line. Here's the snap. Brady gets it away.
Return.
It's angled across the field. It takes a bounce. Fill it at the 21-yard line. Looking for running room up the sideline. Running into a Highlander defender. Now 2 or 3 Highlanders stand him up at about the Pigeon Forge 40-yard line. So Highlanders do get that successful punt.
I'll tell you what, brother. I believe that first good hit down there might have been from the punter. I think that might have been the boss over there.
Highlanders first time on defense, trying to set everybody up for you defensively. Right in the middle, it's going to be Cole Tucker, 65. He'll play the nose, number 77 for the Highlanders will be Adrian Stanley. And the other down lineman might be, but I'm not sure who. Can't see his number now. Pigeon Forge from the shotgun. Their quarterback looks to sling it outside to the left. He does. Cutting back against the grain and pulled down was Bryson King. King after a gain of about 7 yards.
Clayton Carroll out there making that stop. 6 yards.
The Highlander linebackers all set after this play. 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4 for Pigeon Forge. Their quarterback, Tyson Mcfall, number 2.
Motion. It's going.
McFall has some pressure from the outside.
Look at that wheel.
Got away from it. Throws the ball deep downfield. The ball tipped up and intercepted by the Highlanders, Nolan Cotton.
You know,
Cotton got in front of it, tipped it up to himself.
That was set up for a big-time gain for Pigeon Forge, but the quarterback actually held the ball just a little too long, and hey, that ball went up there, and Nolan was there to pull it in.
Highlanders will now start what will be their 3rd offensive possession, this time from her 25-yard line. Highlanders looking to the sideline, getting the play in. The other coaches for the Highlanders I have not yet mentioned. The defensive coordinators, Bradley Stevens, working with the offensive defensive lines is Coach Keith Shannon. He's on top of the press box above us tonight. Radio contact with the coaches. The Highlanders have twins to the right, 1 receiver to the left. The fake, that'll be Brady on the keeper. Stepped out that first tackle and falling forward. He has enough for a 1st down. But you did see a flag thrown back into the line of
there's
scrimmage.
A couple of them. They're all real close together out there. So I would guess it's either going to be a hold or a block to the back, probably a hold.
The referee signals hold against the Highlanders. So from the spot of the foul, that would have been the 26-yard line. They would move the ball back to the 16-yard line. And we needed that 1st down really bad.
A little better execution. Got some people moving there.
We'll see if the Highlanders can overcome this. It's going to be still 1st down, but now 1st down and 19 yards to go. Again, the Highlanders will send 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. We've got a tight end on the right side. Norris in the backfield, a handoff to him. Broke the tackle, still driving ahead.
Phoenix.
Ran over their safety out to the 24-yard line.
Good gain, good hard running.
Be a gain of 8 for Phoenix Norris. It brings it up now 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11. Highlanders looking to the sideline. Play clock still has 18 seconds remaining on it. Game score. Pigeon Forge 7, Highlanders 0. 3rd offensive possession by the Highlanders here in the 1st quarter, which still has 5:24 to go. The handoff, no, the keeper, that's Strunk, keeping himself, diving ahead to the 30-yard line. He will pick up about 6 yards and now brings up third down for the Highlanders, 3rd and 5. Third and 5 Highlanders. The receivers in the game right now will be Rylan Griffith, number 9, number 4, Hugo Henry. The tight end is Clayton Carroll, I believe. He moves to the left side of the Highlander formation, staying in the backfield to the left, and just behind him is Phoenix Norris. Strunk, the handoff Norris. Fights for running room. Headgear pops.
He kept participating.
That should be a penalty because he kept participating. Yeah. That's exactly right. And don't tell me they don't call that in high school football.
On
I
TV,
saw it, yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
Real quick, mentioning that we're going to see Gavin Terry's going to be playing the tackle on the left side, making up for Schuyler. And normally he plays the right guard, so that's what's really made the line different this week.
Again, Brady Strunk will punt on 4th down. 4th and 5. Penalty flag is thrown by the deep side judge on this side, and I'm not sure. 7-man officiating crew here at Pigeon Forge. And they call the penalty against Pigeon Forge. And I'm going to tell you, that probably will be a first down.
Yeah, that's first down.
It is.
First down.
First down for the Highlanders. That's a First National Bank first down as the Highlanders will maintain this drive. I didn't see the referee quick enough to see what he signaled the penalty was. But nevertheless, it gives the Highlanders our very first down. 3 minutes, 44 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Play clock at 12 seconds. The play from the huddle, they break to the line of scrimmage. Highlanders will sort of overload with a tight end and an H-back on the right side. Strunk gives it to Norris. Norris looks for running room. Phoenix. Jumps over a couple of defenders to the 39-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 yards. Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Highlanders. 2nd and 7 upcoming for the Highlanders. Nolan Cotton in the game for the Highlanders. He will, that's not Nolan. I thought it was number 8, but it's number 6. That's Brady Strunk, a junior quarterback for the Highlanders. The Highlanders will go with a wide out left, one right, tied into the left side. Wing back over there to the left side. This will be Strunk on the keeper. Tries to elude a defender and got tripped up by an arm tackle back at the original line of scrimmage, the 31-yard line. 3rd down, 10 Highlanders.
You can look at Pigeon Forge's front. Now, they're big, strong kids, but they're real trim and they're really quick. I was watching some of those guys in their pregame warm-ups, and there's nothing left as far as just being there to occupy space. They move.
And Pigeon Forge, basically, they've got 3 down linemen. It's where they walk the linebackers up to. If they bring them up on the end like right now, they don't really have anybody actually on the line of scrimmage now. Another flag comes in. That'll be a delay of game penalty against the Highlanders unless Coach takes the timeout.
I think he got the timeout.
And he'll take the timeout. We'll join the two teams during this timeout. Our score with 1 minute 57 seconds left in the first quarter is Pigeon Forge 7, our own Highlanders 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Welcome back to Pigeon Forge High School. 1 minute 57 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Pigeon Forge Tigers 7, our own Scott Highlanders 0. For the Highlanders, it's 3rd down and 10 from our own 36-yard line. Strunk from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, keeps himself, cuts into
Bob.
the middle of
Come
the
on,
field. Now
Bob.
jukes back outside, caught by the ankles, pulled down at the 39-yard line. That brings up 4th down for the Highlanders. And Coach Terry, I could read his lips from here. He said punt, punt, punt. So we will punt after picking up our initial first down of the game. This will be our second punt, we assume, of the game. Our first punt was blocked, so Brady has tried to punt it away 3 times. Brady Strunk drops to punt the ball. Pigeon Forge with 1 player deep. It looks like they're going to come with pressure.
Looks like we had procedural penalty against us. We'll lose 5 more.
I'd like to see that replay to see what we did, because I was looking at the line. It looks like Pigeon Forge coming after the football again.
Yeah. Okay, we got 1:23 to go. Oh,
blocked at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, kicked
It's
in the
going to
line.
be fallen on by Pigeon Forge at the Highlander 49-yard line. So Pigeon Forge with their second offensive possession, starting at the Highlander 49-yard line.
And they're plus 51.
1 minute, 7 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Highlanders back on defense. They'll go with 3 down linemen, and we'll probably see a 3-3 stack type deal or either a 3-4 for the Highlanders.
Yeah, we're probably going to see the 3. It's going to be the 34.
Quick pass into the slant.
Good hit, Bob.
The ball was dropped by the receiver as Brady Strunk made sure. Putting a pretty good hit there on maybe Wolf that time. Nope, it is 23, and I do not have a 23 on my roster for Pigeon
we
Forge.
decided that would probably be 25 a few minutes ago. Remember Caleb Wolf?
No, but the jersey says 23.
Yeah, okay.
See, that's what threw me for the loop right there.
Okay.
So it's an incomplete pass.
And 25 the
second down.
defensive end.
Yeah. Again, the quarterback, McFall, from the shotgun. He has twins each side. Looks to throw a quick out, come back on this side. Caught, trying to fight for running room, and fighting forward to about the Highlander 39.5-yard line. That time is the aforementioned number 23. And as I said, I don't know who that is. We don't have that number on the Pigeon Forge roster. And that roster was sent to us today, so obviously it's not up to date. Nevertheless, Pigeon Forge has it 3rd down and 1. They need to get inside the Highlander 39-yard line. Same formation, now in motion. Receiver from right to left. He stops at the line of scrimmage. The handoff.
Hang on.
Stepping out of a tackle. Highlanders almost had a behind-the-line stop that time, but instead it turns out to be a first down for Pigeon Forge as the ball carrier that time, number 14, that is Aiden Howard, is able to pick up the first down and convert it for Pigeon Forge. That looks like will be the final play of the first quarter of play. So after 1 quarter from Pigeon Forge, we're going to step aside for this message from one of tonight's sponsors of Friday Night High School Football. And when we come back, we'll change ends of the field, and it'll still be Pigeon Forge football, 1st and 10. Pigeon Forge 7, Highlander 0. We'll return after this break.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Welcome back to Highlander football tonight. We take the road trip after not playing any football for essentially 3 weeks. We're back on the road as the Highlanders in a non-district or non-region matchup with the Pigeon Forge Tigers. The teams have played 4 times previously, each winning 2 games. Highlander crew on hand tonight. And reminding you that you can follow Highlander football tonight on the IHS Sports Network. Go to the IHS Sports website, ihsports.net, and you can stream it live from that website there. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube. We're streaming live audio through WBNT FM tonight also. So that's how you can follow Highlander football. Pigeon Forge comes from the sideline straight to the line of scrimmage. They've got 2 receivers left and 1 right. They've got 2 backs in the backfield on either side of their quarterback, number 2. That's Tyson Mcfall.
Remember, they do a lot of the old buck stuff that you'd always see out of wing T formations, and they went a little bit wider from that today. It's taking a long time to get set there.
Now Mcfall ready to start the play.
He's going
to keep it himself off the left side, and the penalty flag is thrown from the referee trailing the play, and usually when he throws it, it's a hold.
Yep, he's got it.
That will cost Pigeon Forge 10 from the spot of the foul, which looks like it's going to be right at the Highlander 35-yard line. Still first down for the Tigers, but now first down and about 20 yards to go. Just underway in the second quarter. Pigeon Forge 7, Highlander 0. The Highlander defense on the field trying to get a stop or another takeaway from the Pigeon Forge Tigers. Highlanders already with 1 interception against the Tigers tonight. This time trips right, actually 4 receivers right. Now in motion, the slot receiver goes back to the H-back position.
Way to be,
trying
Phoenix.
to make the tackle is Phoenix Norris, and does. Taking down number 14 on that carry again, that would be Aiden Howard.
Phoenix was showing. He went, it just opened up, and he met the running back in a right fair hole there.
Second down and still, I'm going to say 19. Second and 19 for the Tigers. This time they'll move their 4 receivers to the left. If they do like they did last time, they'll send 1 in motion. McFall gets a snap. They throw a quick screen outside. Too tall through the hands of the receiver. Maybe not too tall. Maybe he should have caught that. It's an incomplete pass.
I think he just spun his head around too quick.
Third down 19 for Pigeon Forge. That stops the clock with 10 minutes 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And by the way, in case you were wondering right there, that was probably only a 24-minute actual time first quarter.
Yeah, it went by quick.
McFall went all the way over to Coach Meadows to get the play for Pigeon Forge. Now he comes into the huddle. They break. 2 receivers left. 1 receiver right with a wingback on the right side. McFall, and the flag comes flying in. I think a delay of game call. Does Pigeon Forge take the timeout or not? Yes, they'll take the timeout, and we'll join the teams on this break. Our score as we go to break, Pigeon Forge 7, Highlander 0. We'll return in 30 seconds.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
Welcome back. The Pigeon Forge Tigers, I'll get it out in a minute. It's been a long time since we were in a broadcast booth. That's what the problem is. They ran down the clock. They were going to either be assessed with a delay penalty. Coach Meadows instead decided to take the timeout. So Pigeon Forge comes back from their sideline. It's 3rd and 19 for the Tigers with the ball at the Highlander 44-yard line. They've got 4 receivers to the left. Look for screens going that side.
No, he's going deep.
They run a rail up the left sideline. The pass is caught at the 15-yard line on into the end zone. It's a touchdown. It covers 44 yards for Pigeon Forge.
Oh, I knew that was coming. Once he made that pump, I knew it. Before I could get my head around there, that receiver had already got about a 15-yard gain on our safety over on that side. Anyway, 10:41 left in the first half of this game. 13-0. Pigeon Forge leads Zara Highlanders, and they have their kicker in.
Gonzalez.
Here comes the snap.
A placement for Gonzalez. The extra point try is up and good, and the Pigeon Forge Tigers have built a 14-0 lead over our Highlanders after the 44-yard touchdown pass. Mcfall to Judson Statham. We'll take this break. We'll be back with the ensuing Pigeon Forge kickoff.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott High Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
We get ready for the Pigeon Forge kickoff. They burn the Highlanders deep up the left side. They went 4 wides left, faked a little comeback screen pass, and then threw it to a wide open receiver up the left side. The kick is going to be fielded by Van Hook. Van Hook at the 15, cuts back at the 20, and falls forward to the 25-yard line, where the Highlanders will have it 1st and 10.
Spotting the ball on the 25 or 6. 6. 5, 6. Looks like 6.
6. Highlanders again starting our field position. It's been our own 30, 37, 25, and now 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Highlanders looking to the sideline to get the play. I am not sure. I don't chart that, but I don't think we've attempted a pass yet tonight, have we? We'll figure that out.
Don't think so.
Wide receiver wide right and one to the left. The handoff straight ahead. That'll be Norris. Norris fights for running room. Might have picked up 2 yards on the carry. So it's been a steady running diet of Phoenix, Norris, Brady Strunk, and I think the one carry by Henry in the first half so far for the Highlanders. Clock is running, 10 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first half of play. It's Pigeon Forge, the home team 14 are visiting Highlanders 0. Again, you can follow us on ihsports.net and follow a link either on Facebook, YouTube, or straight from the IH Sports link and on WBNT FM. Trying to find some running room, fighting for it. That's Norris ahead. Clears the 32. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 33 maybe.
Short on back, so that means it's going to be a busy night for Phoenix.
It'll be 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Highlanders. 3rd and 3. Looking to the sideline, Coach Terry, Coach Fletcher. They signal the play in to the offensive line and then to the full team. Strunk tells them what we're going to snap the ball on as we come to the line of scrimmage. The Highlanders will have a tight end on the right side and up back also on the right side. Strunk will keep the ball, looks for running room, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's just about it.
Nothing there.
Once again, we're not moving the defense for Pigeon Forge. Either they're doing something we hadn't practiced again, slanting left, right, or wherever, but we just haven't been able to move them here in the first half.
So much it's the speed, I think, Rick, right now at this point. They're doing some angle stuff, and we're not being able to get the right blocking angles on them.
That puts Brady Strunk on the field to punt for his 4th time. One of those was blocked. Strunk gets this one away. Nice punt. Driving the returner back, muffs the punt. It's on the ground. He picks it up, gets away from the tackle. Now the Highlanders get some other white shirts back there, and Nolan Cotton will wrap it up to make the tackle. The near side official says the guy spotting the ball puts it on the 22-yard line, and that's where Pigeon Forge starts this possession, their own 22. Eight minutes, 23 seconds left in the first half of play at Pigeon Forge. Non-region matchup between the Tigers and our own Scott Highlanders. 5th meeting all time between the two schools, and Each has won 2 games, and so tonight sort of that rubber game, as is said. Whoever wins this will have their 3rd win in the series. Pigeon Forge, Tyson Mcfall, the quarterback, 2 backs on either side of him. They try to run a counter sweep outside. Broke from that first tackle, still fighting for yardage, and I don't think he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Fletcher looked like he put a good bang on him out there, just didn't get those arms wrapped up good. I said Fletcher. I thought it was 30, but...
Spot the ball at the 31. That'll be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for Pigeon Forge. Stay tuned at halftime. Of course, we've got our Highlander halftime show. We'll recap the scoring. We'll look at stats. We'll discuss the game. That's Woody and myself. NHL will visit with Coach Terry prior to the start of the 3rd quarter. The Tigers to the line of scrimmage. Again, they keep 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. This is McFall.
Coming back.
Want to throw the ball. A little short pass underneath on a crossing route. Up the sideline. Stepping inside and pulled down from behind by Phoenix Norris at the 49-yard line of Pigeon Forge. There is the flag thrown at the Pigeon Forge 36-yard line. Well,
I thought they were going to say hold, but...
Well, they move it up 2 yards, and Pigeon Forge backing up, so it is a hold against them. I think Sam and I are sitting here saying, well, I guess we can turn the air conditioning off in our booth tonight. Because the sun has gone down and it's going to get cool.
Now tell me, are y'all sure about that?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got windows open and everything. I sure like conditioned air.
McFall trots back onto the field after going over to visit with Coach Meadows. He has a play. After the mark-off, the 10-yard holding penalty, it takes the ball back where Pigeon Forge now has it 2nd down and 9 to go. 2nd and 9. McFall, the handoff, trying to sweep out the left side, looks for running room, breaks past the defenders, broke out of a tackle. He's got one player to beat. Trying to go get him is Will Russ. Russ finally catches up with him, but deep in Highlander territory at about the Highlander 19-yard line. A big first down play and breaking the tackles at the line of scrimmage and past our linebackers. It's a big carry.
Somewhere near 55 yards or over 50 yards anyway.
By Aiden Littles. 1st and 10 now for Pigeon Forge as the Highlanders make a defensive line substitution. It looks like we'll go to 4th down lineman, as I think the coaches are making that adjustment like we're not getting stops at the line of scrimmage. Tigers break the huddle. 4 wides coming to the left side. That's closest to us in the Highlander sideline. 1 back remaining in the backfield. McFall turns the hand up. Dive play straight ahead. Tripped up. Falling forward inside the 15-yard line. I wait on the spot. He had to be put down at the 13-yard line. For Pigeon Forge, it will be 2nd down and 3 yards to go. 2nd and 3. Play clock is running. Game clock also running. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Time for a stop. Highlanders, they got to pull something out now.
Again, that 4 wide to the right side. This time the inside receiver is out quite a bit. Now in motion.
Coming back to that
H-back spot. The handoff, trying to run to the right side. He's got the receivers blocking on the outside, cutting back, fighting for the end zone. And, yes, it'll be a touchdown score for Pigeon Forge. That carry by Bryce Effler, number 7.
One thing that you'll see happen time and again from a wing-type offense, Rick, is that guy, you think he's going to block outside, you think he's going to be going in jet motions, but they also block down on those inside linebackers a lot and effectively.
This will be Gonzalez attempting his 3rd extra point of the first half. The placement, the kick by Gonzalez is up. That one is good, and the Pigeon Forge Tigers have forged a comfortable first half lead right now, a 3-touchdown lead over the Highlanders at 21-0. We're going to step aside for this message. When we come back, we'll have the ensuing Pigeon Forge kickoff. Again, it's Pigeon Forge 21, Highlander 0.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Pigeon Forge, after scoring the touchdown, they'll send Gonzalez deep to kick it away. It's going to be fielded at the 5-yard line by Rylan Griffith. Griffith looks to the outside, has a couple of blockers in front of him, crosses the 25, now the 30. Driven out of bounds. It looks like the Highlander 32-yard line.
Return yardage is really the most positive thing we've saw tonight, but you don't want to be getting good return yardage on kickoff returns.
Nope, you want to be pounding and out first downs.
Yeah,
moving the ball up and down the field.
Like one kickoff return in a game's enough.
Hunter's looking to the sideline, getting the play. One receiver to the right, trips coming back to the left, our side of the field by the Highlander bench. Norris stays in the game at running back. Strunk, the keeper. He tries to get outside. Here comes the orange jerseys, and they're going to pound Brady Strunk. The loss back to maybe the 31-yard line. I'm going to say it'll be now 2nd down and 11 for the Highlanders. It's something you don't see a whole lot of. We don't do it at Highlander Field at our home games. But the 7-man officiating crew here at Pigeon Forge.
I saw those guys walk in, and I had to count twice. I thought, man, those guys are just keep coming.
It only costs you an extra $250 to have those two guys, so why not do that? Yeah. Trips right, and one receiver to the left. That'll be Hugo Henry this time for the Highlanders to the left. This time Norris lines up to the right-hand side. They fake it to Norris. Strunk wants to throw the ball over the middle. Caught by Griffith. Pulled down at the 39-yard line. That'll be short of a first down, but it'll bring up now a manageable 3rd and about 3.
A little bit of a seam route, got up just in between where those safeties be. They had dropped off a little bit, so it was in front of them. It is just a really well-thrown ball and a good catch.
Hunters bring the tight end back on the field. That's Clayton Carroll. He'll line up on the right side for the Highlanders. Again, single receivers left and right, one back in the backfield. That is Strunk. He'll keep it himself. He was going to be the read option. And Norris, I don't think, would have picked up the first down. Strunk with a loss of 1. It brings up 4th down and about 3.5 or 4 yards to go for the Highlanders.
Punt squad's going on again.
By the way, this is the 5th offensive possession for the Highlanders in the first half, and we've still got 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the half. Brady Strunk drops to punt. One returner for Pigeon Forge. Looks like they may come after it again. Nope, they peel off to go block.
Well,
here comes one guy, and Strunk just barely gets it away. It takes a backward bounce down by one of the Highlanders at maybe the 44-yard line. Pigeon Forge 44. That's where they'll spot it at.
Yeah, he came really close to getting it. Well, matter of fact, I'd like to say that real closely if he didn't touch it a little bit.
1st and 10 for Pigeon Forge. I hear we really like the press box situation. Pigeon Forge, Northview, they've got similar setups. You've got a visitor bleachers and visitor press box and coaching set up here.
It's close.
Puts you real close to your home bench. We can hear the coaches, even with headsets on, yelling to the Highlander players.
And you don't have to walk uphill for a long time to get to the press box.
McFall has Howard, the running back, lining up to his right. The keeper, that'll be McFall, pulls it down, tries to keep it. And the Highlanders do hold on a little bit. That first player there for the Highlanders making contact was Luke Bowling.
Yeah.
Got some help over the top. Who finished off the tackle? Was it maybe
coming inside out? It could have been Phoenix, or it could have been a safety coming down. We could have had somebody like Nolan getting down in there, or Hugo Henry maybe. I took my eyes away from it once I saw him going down.
Why do I have a 71 on defense. It used to be Clayton Carroll's number, and he's wearing 86 on offense.
That is because I told you.
Oh, okay. Trying to bounce outside, looking for running room, pounding ahead in Highlander territory near the 45-yard line, and the official says that's a first down. So the Tigers pick up the first down, takes them in Highlander territory with the ball at the Highlander 45-yard line.
Wait on just a minute, and we'll get that straightened out there about the numbers. 71 is Clayton Carroll.
Okay.
Okay, now who else was you asking about?
86.
86 is Colton Newport.
Okay. I'll get it right in just a minute.
Oh,
Play into the middle. Pass to the backers. Running up the left side. Pulled down from behind. It'll be a big play and another first down for the Pigeon Forge Tigers. On the ground, the last two plays, Pigeon Forge, they picked up 2 first downs. It moves the ball all the way down to the Highlander 21-yard line, sets up Pigeon Forge for a first down. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left on the play clock. Pigeon Forge has 2 timeouts. The Highlanders have 2 timeouts. McFall from the shotgun. Sends that back in motion, gives it to him, trying to sweep the left side. Cuts back against the grain, has 2 players to beat, and walks into the end zone.
2:02 to go in the first half of this ball game. That was just a little bit too easy.
Brady Maples, 21-yard run.
Going to have to spur up. Halftime needs to get here pretty quick so the coaches can change a few things around and get some a little bit of a motivating speech into the boys.
Again, A.B. Gonzalez on the field to attempt his 4th point after. Placement, the kick up, that one is good from here.
Good.
And the Pigeon Forge Tigers, now I do think with that 4-touchdown lead, it's sort of a commanding score with 2 minutes plus remaining in the first half. Again, it's Pigeon Forge 28, Highlanders 0. We'll return right after this break.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Welcome back into Highlander football from Pigeon Forge High School. Unfortunately, I'd like to tell you it's a great first half for the Highlanders, but right now we find ourselves on the short end of the scoreboard. It's Pigeon Forge 28, our Highlanders 0.
Having a hard time getting adjustments in, seems to me. Of course, like we got to point out, too, we're a little bit short-handed on the coaching staff, too.
This is Gonzalez to kick off once again to the Highlanders. This kick, low line drive to the left. Fielded on the bounce by Van Hook. Van Hook across the 30 out to the 33, maybe 34-yard line, where the Highlanders will have it 1st and 10. Our 6th offensive possession. 6 offensive possessions, 1 First National Bank first down, and that's been it offensively for the Highlanders in the first half. The ball officially spotted at the Pigeon Forge 34-yard line. The Highlander 34-yard line. 1st and 10 to the line of scrimmage. The Highlanders will send a receiver. That's Whaley to the right. Wide receiver Griffith to the left. We go with a tight end on the right, up back to the right. Strunk, the snap. A handoff to Norris. Norris sort of picking his way across the 35, maybe near the 36. Still digging, still driving. The whistles didn't blow, and I thought he'd stopped and should have been blown, but the official on the far side, that line judge, just was not going to blow a whistle. It turned out good for the Highlanders. That's another 5 yards.
He kept inching forward, and the pile was rolling, and he was sort of surfing along with it.
2nd down and 2, Highlanders. 2nd and 2, now less than 90 seconds remaining in the first half. To the line. Griffith will split to the right. Whaley comes back to the left. Norris, this time the defensive line for Pigeon Forge, they slant right to Norris and they bury him for a loss of about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4 now. 3rd and 4 Highlanders. Coach Terry has 2 timeouts remaining in his back pocket and choosing not to use those. The play clock down to 22 seconds. Highlanders to the line of scrimmage. This time, Whaley shifts to the right, Griffith to the left. Low snap picked up by Strunk. Looks from running room off the right side. Pounds across the 40 out to the 41, maybe 42-yard line, and that would be a First National Bank first down Highlanders. There's a flag over there that the officials are discussing.
It's against the Highlanders, I think, yes.
Well, we wipe off that first down. The clock is stopped at 24 seconds. That's 24 seconds remaining in the first half. Altogether been a very, very quick first half. Only 50 minutes actual time for the first half.
Clock down to 10 seconds. Actually wouldn't have to get a snap.
Highlanders will try to get the snap. Strunk does get it. Looks for running room. Carries it off the right side. He's hit and taken down after a gain of maybe 2 yards. And that will be the end of the first half of play. A first half dominated simply by Pigeon Forge. They did that on the Highlanders' first offensive possession when they blocked our punt attempt, scored a touchdown. And that just, the Highlanders, we lost whatever we had going at that point.
Like I said, Rick, the engine of this Highlander team is that offensive line. That offensive line is sort of broken right now. Moving some people around. There's not a comfortable feeling in those spots yet. Not making excuses, but I'm going to tell you, Big Skyler is a key ingredient to that team. His teammates sort of rally around him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would expect to see, and I'm looking to see how far they go to see if I'd want to go up there, but they're going all the way up to Schoolhouse, so I may not go, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of adjustments made, particularly in the blocking schemes.
Well, there will be. The Highlander coaches will figure out what has been going on. And the worst part, the worst part is Pigeon Forge will receive the third quarter kick.
Yeah.
28-0. Highlanders trailing the Pigeon Forge Tigers. Once again, is 28 Pigeon Forge, 0 for the Highlanders. We'll step aside. This will be an extended commercial break. When we come back, we'll have our Highlander halftime, recapping the score, stats, and more during your Highlander halftime. That comes up after these messages.
You're listening to Scott High School football on the IH Sports Network with Harris Keaton, Woody Keaton, and the voice of the Highlanders, Rick Keaton.
Sponsored by United Cumberland Bank, Scenic Foods, El Rey, Ray's-Ax, South Fork Physical Therapy, Lumber King, Potter's Ace Hardware, Salvage LLC, and by title sponsor, First National Bank.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Ray's-Ax. Ray's-Ax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Ray's-Ax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Ray's-Ax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Ray's-Ax, country cooking and great steaks.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Welcome back to Highlander football. The Highlanders on the road tonight for what will actually be our third on-field game of the season. Our overall record was 1-2 as we got here tonight. The one win was a COVID victory over Austin East from 2 weeks ago. Matter of fact, the Highlanders did not play last week, so this is our first game in 3 weeks for the Highlanders. So they didn't get a practice last week. They got some limited work this week, and they had to practice outside in the rain Tuesday of this week, and I mean it was sloppy and stuff. Practice in the gym on Wednesday, so it's been a rough practice week getting back into football action for the Highlanders this week. Right now at halftime, we find ourselves trailing the Pigeon Forge Tigers by a 28-0 deficit as the Highlander marching band is performing out on the field at Pigeon Forge High School. 28-0 is our first half score. Let me recap the first half scoring for you real quickly. The Highlanders had received the opening kickoff. We started at our own 30-yard line. Could not make a first down. Had to punt on fourth down. The punt was blocked. It rolled back toward the end zone. Picked up by Noah Dyer for Pigeon Forge, and he had to just take it in 1 yard for the touchdown score. And then A.B. Gonzalez made the point after kick, and Pigeon Forge led 7-0. There was no other scoring in the first quarter. We moved down into the second quarter, and with 10:41 to go in the first half, Tyson Mcfall tosses a 44-yard scoring pass to Jordan Statham. The Gonzalez point after kick was also good. It's 14-0 at that point. Then with 6:08 remaining in the first half, Bryce Effler scores on a 13-yard run. Gonzalez again with the PAT kick, and it's 21-0. And then with 2:02 to go in the first half, Brady Maples, a 21-yard scoring run for Pigeon Forge, and the Gonzalez point after kick made it 28-0 in favor of Pigeon Forge, and that's the way that we went to the dressing rooms at halftime, with the Highlanders trailing 4 scores to the home team Pigeon Forge Tigers. Let's go ahead. We'll step aside for this commercial break. When we come back after these messages, we'll take a look at the first half stats for you and more when our Highlander halftime continues.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Welcome back to halftime as our Highlanders are on the road to take on the Pigeon Forge Tigers. 5th meeting all time between the two schools. Prior to tonight, each team had 2 wins. And at halftime, it's the home team Pigeon Forge Tigers. Comfortable lead right now, 28-0. Woody steps in to join us right now. And after that first punt was blocked by Pigeon Forge and they got the touchdown off of the blocked punt, our Highlanders, we haven't been able to do much of anything. We've only had 1 first down in the first half.
Right.
Very little yardage, as you're going to tell us about in just a moment. But if there was going to be any momentum in the game for the Highlanders, we lost it on that very first possession.
First possession there, just the ball got back there, it just got back there too slow, and then rushed, and then they got another one here.
Yep.
This one person was down there. We missed the block there, but then they've cashed. They made some big runs and overthrew us a time and got a big pass play for a touchdown. But that first possession, when it turned bad for us, it turned bad.
It sure did. Let's go ahead and take a look at those first half numbers, please.
All right, for Pigeon Forge, Bryce Efford had 2 carries, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Adrian Littles has 1 carry for 58 yards. Adrian Harrod has 5 carries for 36 yards. Tyson Mcfall has 1 for 3. And Braden Maples has 1 for 21 and a touchdown. They rushed the ball 10 times, 137 yards. And McFall is 3 out of 6, 59 yards and a touchdown and an interception. Total offense of 196. For the Highlanders rushing, Brady Strunk has 8 carries for 5 yards. Phoenix Norris has 11 carries for 28 yards. And Hugo Henry has 1 for 7. He rushed the ball 20 times, 40 yards. Brady is 1 for 1 for 12 yards. Total offense of 52.
Numbers say a lot, and, you can't always depend upon the numbers. Sometimes time of possession is misleading.
Right.
Offense is misleading. It's who puts the scores on the board, and Pigeon Forge has been able to do that. I think they have 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, the touchdown via the fumble recovery, and he just had to pick it up and take it a yard into the end zone. So the Highlanders, I'm sure that the 2 weeks that we missed has, we're not playing negative Betty here, but they have really hurt just being away from the football field and expecting to get that back in just basically 4 days of practice. 2 of those outside on muddy fields, 1 day in the gym, and yesterday sort of as a cleanup day, which you don't do a whole lot on then.
It makes it rough, awful hard, but they've got five minus tackles on us for minus yards. Our longest play has been the pass play to Griffith there for 12 yards, and that's been the longest play we've had.
Well, we have offensively, we have just failed to find the continuity. H mentioned it several times there in the first half. With Skyler out, moving other linemen around, we don't have that continuity on that offensive line. And Pigeon Forge, they're whipping us right there.
They're right there. Over there looking, once we make the block, the hole is on the other side, and we're going right where they're pushing the block to open the hole. So, it makes a difference where other kids have to come in and fill in and stuff. And, talking about this, I want to send a condolence to Dion and his family and stuff this week. I know it's been rough. And, brother, I'm thinking about you.
Woody, thank you very much. Stay right here. We'll step aside for this break. This will be another 2-minute break. When we come back, Woody and I will talk a little bit about what to expect in the second half, and also HL will visit with Coach Terry prior to the start of the third quarter. We've got that. When we return, our score, Pigeon Forge 28, our visiting Scott Highlanders 0.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday, or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
Welcome back. Halftime between our Highlanders and the Pigeon Forge Tigers. The Highlander band performed. Now the Pigeon Forge band performing down on the field. And before we get to the third quarter of play, Woody and I want to talk a little bit. The first thing against the Highlanders to start the second half, and that's where, we want to win the second half. We've got to recover. We've got to control with our offense. We've got to move the ball. We need to get points on the board. But the first thing against us is we've got to kick off to Pigeon Forge, so they get possession first.
And what they want to do, they want to get it down and score, or they can have a running clock.
Mm-hmm.
So, we just need to get, it's been a while. We just need to get back in sync and make some, and just have some big plays and just come out here in the second end and win the second half. I know first half's over and just come out to win the second half and, see what happens. I just looking at Ron Griffith, it's one of the kickoffs. He's got three kickoffs for 81 yards, so I guess that's
H said that was where our yardage was at with kick returns.
Where kick returns is. Really, it's over 100 yards, really, if you put both of them, both together in there. It's way over 100 yards.
That has been the right spot, but it's Brady's only attempted 2 passes.
I've got him for 1.
1 pass, yeah. That's the completion to Rylan Griffith.
Yeah.
So coaches got decisions to make. Do we try to throw the ball more, which exposes us somewhat, or do we try to find a way to block Pigeon Forge up front? Interesting questions.
Definitely.
Certainly interesting questions.
But I'd try to open it and at least try to pass it a few more times, see what happens. It definitely ain't going to hurt nothing.
After tonight, the Highlanders have a 3-game homestand coming up. Next week we'll host Gibbs, and all these games at Highlander Field will be at 7:30. We host Gibbs, which is a region game.
Homecoming, right?
A homecoming, I think. The following week on October 8th, we'll play host to Clay County, first ever meeting between Highlanders and Clay County. And then our old region or district foe, Fulton, on October 15th comes to Highlander Field. And we've had some good matches with them over the years, but there was a stretch right there where Fulton not only dominated us, but they dominated everybody
exactly.
in the between 2000 and 2010. So, that was the deal right there with Fulton. And so Fulton playing down in 4A this year because of reclassification. They're in our region.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, we'll finish our final 2 games on the road at GP, Gatlinburg-Pittman, up the road from where we're at now in Pigeon Forge, and then at Anderson County High School. So it's 5 games left on the season. We keep our fingers crossed as we did last year. Fingers are still crossed that we complete this season here with all games from here on out at least getting to be played on the field.
Exactly.
I'm waiting. The Pigeon Forge band is still playing, so I think they'll put more time up on the clock during halftime. So why don't we go ahead and take let's do another 2-minute break, Sam, if you would, please. A 2-minute break. When we come back, Woody and I will continue our discussion and wait on the Highlanders to return to the ball field. Our halftime score, Pigeon Forge 28, Highlanders 0.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
Welcome back. Halftime between the Highlanders and the Pigeon Forge Tigers. I know standing down there someplace, HL is standing down there with Highlander head coach Josh Terry, and we're going to swing it down to those guys to talk about football.
Okay, I'm here with a man that I can talk football with. Coach Terry, we got a few more minutes. I'll put a little time up on the clock, I imagine. I know y'all had to do quite a bit of adjusting, maybe, or did you just?
Well, no, just challenge. You know, they've done a few weird things up front, twisted noses and whatnot, but really, I mean, they kind of are defensively lining up who we thought we were. We're getting 3 yards consistently and punting on 4th and 1 and 2 consistently. And we just got to inch out a little bit more, got to get a little bit more movement. A couple of those drives died with some kind of self-inflicted misread or, a wide receiver holding penalty set us back one time. We're just not playing really good football right now. Spotted them 2 silly touchdowns.
Oh, Coach, when they did the 4 wide out and a little fake and then threw the ball deep, I remember you talking to your secondary about that maybe Tuesday or something like that.
Well, you know, and we're young in some places and needing to learn the hard way, I guess, at some points in times. But you know, we're going to come out in the second half, man, and these guys, you know, we're backed up against it right now, 28-0. So it's time for a challenge. It's time for a new ball game.
And the kids got to know they're receiving the ball and they're going to try their best to get the clock flipping there. So anyway, Coach, we'll hope to see, we'll sort of try to count on seeing some of you coaches after the ball game, and we'll talk more football then, okay? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, brother.
Our thanks to Coach Terry and also to HL. He's the one that has to go down and find the coach, sometimes all the way to the locker room and all the way back. And HL doesn't know how much we appreciate him for doing that, but that's what he likes to do. He likes to step in and hear what's going on at halftime.
Exactly.
It's going to be Pigeon Forge receiving the third quarter kickoff. So the Highlanders, we get to see defensively what we can come out and do. This is our first kickoff. We've not kicked the ball off, so we've not kicked it to anybody. So we've got to hope that our kick coverage holds up well.
Right.
We can hold Pigeon Forge deep in their territory and make them earn everything they get here in the second half.
And no freebies this half.
No, absolutely not. Was that Scott eating the popcorn?
Yeah, boy.
I could smell the popcorn when he walked in the room there. As far as doing that. But anyway, the Highlander crew bringing you Highlander football. Woody Keaton, who just gave us our halftime stats. Scotty does our defensive stats. We didn't bring that in with us, did we? We'll have defensive numbers after the game. As Scott does that, HL will be back up here with his analysis. Rick Keaton with your play-by-play. Cam on top of the press box for Independent Herald and OCV. And beside me, Sam, working our board and all the other pieces of equipment that he's got here that's got more cords attached to it than I know what to do with. So, we're learning. It's an all-new system. We're learning, so we'll eventually get there, and we hope that tonight that we haven't had a whole lot of errors bringing you coverage of Highlander football tonight. Thanks a lot, Woody. As Woody steps out, we'll go back to get HL in here a little bit, and we see people pulling their hoods up on their hoodies out there and everything right now. So it is definitely cooler here, closer to the mountains, I guess. But, I would argue that on the Cumberland Plateau, we get it just as cool there. It will be the Highlanders kicking to Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge Highlanders kicking from right to left as you look at your radio dial or television screen. Pigeon Forge will have a returner standing back at his 5-yard line. This will be Hugo Henry for the Highlanders teeing it up. Highlanders in the white jerseys, red numerals. Pigeon Forge in the orange jerseys with the white numerals. The whistle by the official. This is Henry's first kickoff of the game. It sails up the left side. It's going to take a bounce, fill it at the 10-yard line. Trying to head straight into the middle of the pile, caught from the side and pull down at the 34-yard line. The return for Pigeon Forge was Blake Hill from the 10 out to the, waiting on him to spot the ball officially. It looks like it's going to be 30-yard line. I think that umpire's having trouble deciding there.
Well, it looks like it's... Set it right on the 35.
Say that again?
Set it on the 35.
Okay. I'm sorry, 35-yard line.
Yeah.
High snap off the hands of McFall. It's up in the air. The Highlanders are going to pick it out of the air and all the way down to the 20-yard line. The Highlanders, who was that, number 5?
That's Luke Bolin.
Luke Bolin with the fumble recovery.
Be Luke.
And the Highlanders, for the first time, I think, in Pigeon Forge territory tonight. So challenge accepted on the first play by the Highlander defense anyway. The ball at the Pigeon Forge 22-yard line. Highlanders looking to the sideline. Coach Terry, Coach Fletcher. They signal the play in. Brady Strunk, number 6, the quarterback. He's got Rylan Griffith and Alton Whaley as his wide receiver. One goes left, one goes right. Tight end right side, up back right side. Phoenix Norris, the running back. Strunk keeps it himself. Follows Norris. Fights for a yard, maybe 2 yards, down just shy of the 20-yard line. We saw Brady carried a lot in the first half. I got a feeling we might see more of that in the second half. Actually, when they spot the ball, no gain. It's still it's second down and 10 for the Highlanders.
When in this offense trick, when the quarterback's carrying, that allows at least one more blocker out there somewhere.
Again, single receiver left, single receiver right. Low snap, a handoff, trying to sweep out the right side. Phoenix Norris bullies his way inside the 15-yard line, thrown down near the 13-yard line. And for the Highlanders, I think that could be a first down.
If they spot it where this guy is, it's going to be a first down. Oh.
1 yard short, 3rd down and 1, Highlanders, 3rd and 1. Woody and I, at halftime, we talked about how important it is for the Highlanders to come out and win the second half. We may not come back and win the game, but we need to win the second half, both from an offensive standpoint, consistency, and a defensive effort.
Well, those guys, a little deject. Come on, get the ball up. Come on, run.
Strunk has to try to keep it. Here comes all kinds of pressure. Fights his way just inside the 15-yard line to the 14-yard line, so it's going to be a loss, and that will bring up 4th down for the Highlanders. 4th and maybe 2 or 3 yards. Is Strunk a little slow getting up on the field, but he's okay. Tough young man. He's a junior.
Low snap really threw that all out of proportion there.
And the officials sending Brady to the sideline.
Helmet may have come loose. I didn't see.
The ball backed up to the 15-yard line. It will be 4th down, 4th and
Luke Boland's in.
2 yards to go. Luke, the backup quarterback for the Highlanders, wears number 5. He'll go in.
He just recovered the fumble there just a couple of minutes ago.
Watch for Norris to get the ball. Now, Luke can throw the ball. He doesn't have game experience. That's the thing. So we'll see what he does here. And he draws Pigeon Forge off sides. And finally,
first down.
After 10 seconds, the side judge across the way finally throws the flag. Yes, it is encroachment against Pigeon Forge.
Down.
It will be a First National first down for the Highlanders. Our first down sponsor, First National Bank. We didn't get a mention of much in the first half because the Highlanders didn't make first downs. But here we've mentioned them on this first possession by the Highlanders in the second half.
First and. It's good to be first and.
The ball at the 10-yard line. As the Highlanders trot to the line of scrimmage, we keep single receivers left and right. We've got a tight end left, up, back, left. Strunk with a snap. Hands it to Norris. Norris cuts inside the defender, tries to step over another defender. Inside the 10, maybe to the 8-yard line. We wait on the actual spot. My problem right now is I got a light standard right in front of me.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's on the 8-yard line where it will be for the Highlanders 2nd and goal to go. Strunk back on the field for the Highlanders. Again, we'll send single receivers left and right. We keep that tight end and up back to the left. Brady keeps it himself and caught from the backside. He tries to run to the right and coming around everybody. We didn't cut off the backside and the linebacker got to Brady.
He came all around the world there.
A short loss on that. Not a much, but it will bring up now 3rd down, 3rd and 7 to go for the Highlanders. It's actually 3rd and 8 goal to go, Highlanders. This time the tight end stays left. The up back moves over to the right-hand side. We try to coax Pigeon Forge into the neutral zone. They do not jump. Highlanders look to the sideline and we'll take a timeout. With a timeout on the field, we'll join the Highlanders during this break. We'll return after telling you our score is Pigeon Forge 28, Highlanders 0. Back after this message.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Third down.
Third down, Highlanders, 3rd and 8 from the Pigeon Forge 8-yard line. Highlanders have it 3rd and goal. Again, we've got a single receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Strunk has Van Hook in the backfield. Throws a pass over the middle. It's going to be intercepted and ran out, intercepted at the goal line, out to about the 3 or 4 yard line by number 22. That's Brady Maples.
So at 7:36, Highlanders had their best chance to get into the end zone tonight. Now they end up playing defense on Pigeon Ford's 3-yard line.
We'll see if the Highlander defense can respond like we did in the first series by Pigeon Forge. 7 minutes, 36 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Again, our score, Pigeon Forge 28, Highlanders 0. Pigeon Forge from their sideline to the line of scrimmage. Going all the way, quarterback number 2, that's Tyson Mcfall. Good thrower. We only saw him run one time. The handoff, trying to run a sweep to the left side, and the Highlanders finally catch up with him and
pure power football right
pull
there.
The ball carrier down. That was Aiden Howard on the carry out to about the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and a long 1 yard to go for Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, they pulled, I think, a guard and a tackle. Just pure power football right there.
Highlanders back to the 3 defensive linemen. McFall waiting on the snap. Has it. Gives it on a straight dive play. The Highlanders stand him up, and can they push him back? I think there will probably be no gain, which will bring up 3rd down.
Okay, one of our players got up. That's Luke Bowling got up, shaking his hand a little bit.
3rd down. Man, I'm wrong. They just gave him a 1st down.
Yeah, they sure did.
Pigeon Forge with a 1st down. I did not think that he got that much yardage on that, so my mistake. 1st and 10 for Pigeon Forge.
Somewhere along the line,
Van Hook, Luke Boland, Phoenix Norris, Will Rust, the 4 linebackers.
Yeah.
I'll set the defensive secondary after this play. Trying to sweep out the left side, running through Highlanders and diving forward at the numbers across the 20 to the 22-yard line. The secondary is Hugo Henry, the left side cornerback. Right side cornerback is Rylan Griffith. Nolan Cotton and Cannon Van Hook will be the safeties.
No, I think Van Hook was pulled up as a linebacker a while ago, brother, and that's where Luke Boland's
So we're
at.
just
And
going one deep.
We're going with a quicker linebacking group right now. This is a line we had on the last play.
Pigeon Forge twins to the right. The bobble snap.
Go get him.
McFall keeps himself this time, stood up. That was Luke Boland there first, also being helped on the tackle down on the ground.
Cole
I think
Tucker.
maybe Cole Tucker with that first contact there.
Cole was in there quick. Hey, I tell you what, Luke is he kind of knows his way to the football from that weak side linebacker position.
Clayton Carroll comes on to play one of the linebacker positions, as I saw Will Russ come off the field holding his left arm. 2nd down, 10 to go for Pigeon Forge. McFall wants to throw the ball. Looks deep up the near sideline. The wheel is incomplete. Giving chase that time was Brady Strunk.
You know how I love a wheel, but I only really love it when we're doing it.
Ain't that the truth? I forget what game it was last year that we played in. We ran a wheel to the right side, one to the left side, had wide open receivers and couldn't get the ball within 10 yards of them. And I don't think we tried another wheel route the entire year after that.
I really like the wheels out of the backfield. The outside stuff, it's okay, but I really like the ones out of the backfield.
That's a pass route when it's the end's doing it.
Well, yeah, but they still call it a wheel.
I know. Two receivers to the left for the Tigers, one coming back wide right. They've got a wingback also on the right-hand side. Mcfall keeps it himself, tries to drive behind the left guard, and he's going to be pulled down after a gain of maybe 3 out to the Pigeon Forge 28-yard line. It will be third down now and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Tigers. Coach Stevens signaling the defense what he wants them to play. We'll stay in a 3-4 look. Actually, I want to say now it might be a cover 2 with Strunk back there. Strunk will play the strong safety, so we've got one deep.
He's coming over to cover the slot receiver.
McFall wants to throw the ball. He's got a receiver straight down the middle of the field. Misplayed by the Highlanders. Caught outside, running inside the 20, the 10, and Strunk will catch up with him, but not before the touchdown by Pigeon Forge.
And it was a long throw, 70-something yards.
There's number 23 again on that score. Once again, we do not have that number, so I can't tell you.
3:54 left in the third period. Again, Pigeon Forge gets on another big play.
73-yard pass, catch, and run. Gonzalez, A.B. Gonzalez on for the point after try. The snap, the place, the kick, and that is good. So the Pigeon Forge Tigers will again add to their lead. They have increased their advantage over the Highlanders at 35-0. We'll tell you what that means when we come back. But right now, let's take this time out and back to our studios for these messages and the ensuing Pigeon Forge kickoff right after this.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
Getting ready for the Pigeon Forge kickoff. Gonzalez drives it down the middle. Fielded at the 7-yard line. That'll be Griffith. Long strides. Looks for some running room. Tries to bounce outside. Caught by the shoulder pads and will be pulled down at about the 20-yard line. The official on the near side was spotted at the 19.5, so it'll be 1st and 10 Highlanders.
Okay, we went with a little bit of quicker unit on defense. Looks like our offense is pretty much going to be what we've been having.
The Highlanders look to the sideline to get the play. Play clock at 19 seconds. To the line of scrimmage. Allen Whaley splits wide to the right side. To the left side will be Griffith. The snap, the handoff. Norris cuts back against the grain, has some running room across the 25, falling forward to about the 26-yard line. It'll be Phoenix Norris on a positive yard play. In the first half, the longest offensive play the Highlanders had was 12 yards. That was the pass from Strunk to Griffith. For the Highlanders now, 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4. Highlanders must get to the 30-yard line, their 30-yard line, to pick up the first down. Strunk has gone all the way at quarterback. Has a snap, keeps it himself, looks for running room, tries to bounce outside. The quickness of Pigeon Forge, they get there as quick as Brady is. Pigeon Forge, they've got speed on the defensive linebackers and in their secondary.
Brady actually got into that hole before the blockers did right then. He can take that either way, you know.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down, 3rd and 4 for the Highlanders. Ball on our own 26-yard line. Looks like Norris will line up to the right-hand side of Strunk this time. We've got the tight end and that H-back to the right side in the Highlander formation with a receiver split wide right and one to the left. Strunk fakes it, gives it to Norris, and Norris will get back to the 25-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 1, and looks like it'll bring up 4th and a punt for the Highlanders. As always, we thank all of our sponsors on all of our Highlander coverage formats tonight for sponsoring and bringing you Highlander football and Oneida Indian football each and every Friday night. Without our sponsors, we would not be able to be here to bring broadcast to you. Brady Strunk will punt. They fake the pressure. Strunk hit as he got the punt away. And the ball is going to be fielded back at midfield, and then the Highlanders will make the tackle.
We got the flag back there at the punt, though.
I watched that guy for the longest time, that guy being the official, and I never did see him throw it.
He had it way deep in his pocket. It took him a long time to get it out.
That'd be probably just running into the kicker, maybe just the 5-yard variety, but it will be a First National Bank first down Highlanders. Now it's what we can do after that. Another break for us. We got that kind of break in the first half. And now we'll see if we can take advantage of this situation. The ball at the Highlander 30-yard line, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter of play. So after 3 from Pigeon Forge, it will be the home team Tigers with a 35-0 lead over our Highlanders. Again, it's Pigeon Forge 35, Highlanders 0. We'll step aside for this break and be back with the first down play of the Highlanders after this message.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
The significance, I guess, and as I said we would mention it when we took our last break, when Pigeon Forge scored their last touchdown, that made the score 35-0 in favor of Pigeon Forge, which means that unless the Highlanders can score some way right here, it's a continuous running clock. The only thing that basically stops the clock is timeouts and scores.
Highlander scores, yeah.
First and 10 Highlanders. We switch the ends of the field. Highlanders moving left to right now as you look at your television screen. Highlanders in the white jerseys, Pigeon Forge in the orange jerseys. We've got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The Highlanders confused with the wide receivers on this side. We've also got a tight end on the right side. And Coach has to burn a timeout.
Second timeout. Play clock got down to 5 seconds. Got the timeout in there.
And we've got 1 timeout remaining.
1 left.
11:57, 11 minutes, 57 seconds left in this football contest from Pigeon Forge High School. See an excited young man down on the sideline. He wears jersey number 41. That is Will Young, being out with the ACL injury that he suffered back in the spring. And he told me, I saw him on the other side of the field earlier this evening. He said, baby, I can come back next Friday night.
That's what he's saying, yeah.
So we'll see. He's not being cleared to practice with contact.
Yeah.
And the cut and so forth and so on. So it's still yet to be seen if we'll see him next week or
that's a major thing to come back off of for a running back.
In really 4.5 months, to be honest with you.
But he's worked hard.
First and 10 Highlanders. The fake, the screen to Griffith. Across the way. Broke a tackle. Has some running room at the 45, the 50. Cuts back into the middle of the field with a juke. Pulls to the sideline and caught and pulled down inside the Pigeon Forge 30-yard line. Nice catch and a great individual effort with the yards after the catch by Rylan Griffith. That's a First National Bank first down.
Ain't for sure, but that's pretty near 45-yard gain.
It'll be first and 10 for the Highlanders at the Pigeon Forge, now 26-yard line. First and 10 Highlanders. Coach Terry's decided on the play to call. I probably haven't said it that much this season. Coach Terry, the head coach, and also the offensive coach and the play caller.
Hey, there's just 4 on this staff, Rick. They have to get a whole lot done.
Strunk from the shotgun. He's got trips out to the right side. He rolls to the left, to the right, hands it off to Van Hook. Van Hook forging himself ahead inside the 20, near the 17-yard line. Positive gain by the Highlanders, bringing up now 2nd down.
What we get on that, about 7?
Looks like it's going to be down to the 17-yard line. It will be 2nd down Highlanders, 2nd down, and less than a yard to go. I mean, it's within a half a yard of being a first down.
Just about a football's length.
This time the trips to the left side of the Highlander formation. Griffith, the lone receiver, to the right side.
And Cannon Van Hook, he's been out in quarantine.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah. Pull her in
Strunk
that ball,
keeps it,
the first
dives
down.
ahead inside the 15-yard line. It's a First National Bank first down Highlanders. 3 on this possession. The big play in there was that big hitter from Strunk to Ryland Griffith, who broke that tackle after catching the ball and then had nothing but open field in front of him before he was driven out of bounds across the way.
A short pass and a big long run is just as good as a big long pass.
It's all about where it starts and where it ends.
That's right.
Again, trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Now Phoenix Norris in the backfield for the Highlanders. Lines up to the left and just a little bit behind Strunk. Strunk with the keeper. Dances around, cuts back into the middle of the field, fighting for yardage down to the 6-yard line. That looks like that could be another first down and possibly put it 1st and goal for the Highlanders.
See where they get that spotted at there.
Way back in. No, now they move it up to the 6-yard line. And that is not a first down. It's a half a yard short of a first down, so it's 2nd down and less than 1 to go for the Highlanders. Looking to the sideline, Coach Fletcher signaling the play in. Highlanders will go 2 by. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Norris stays in the game, lining up right hand of Strunk. Strunk will keep it himself. He has to go backwards, and he'll lose some yardage. And it'll bring up 3rd down now instead of 3rd and short. It's going to bring up 3rd and maybe 1 or 2 yards to go. Got to wait on him to spot the down marker down on the field. I'm going to say it's 3rd down and 2 to pick up the first down. The Highlanders, yes, can pick up a first down without scoring. They just have to get the ball down to about the Pigeon Forge 5-yard line. So it's 4th down territory for Coach Terry.
Jace Cloyd back into the lineup. A little extra blocking down in there. He should line up as a little short back. No, he's lining up as a fullback.
Highlanders go into an I formation with Strunk under center. The keeper, that'll be Strunk. The pile goes forward, and Brady Strunk driving for the end zone. Touchdown, Highlanders. Brady Strunk, a 9-yard touchdown score with a lot of push from the rest of the Highlanders.
That was a good job for the offensive line. We've got the size on the line. We're playing out of place, and I think they're going to spot a lot of mistakes because of that, but good bunch of blocking young men there. So much for the running clock now. Now it's time for Mr. Hugo Henry to get his lined up for the point after kick. Coming hard from this left side will be Pigeon Forge.
The kick is up, and from
He
here,
missed.
it's off to the right. It's no good. And nevertheless, the Highlanders on the scoreboard. As we go to this break, we tell you our scores. Now, Highlanders 6, Pigeon Forge 35. So still a 4-touchdown lead for Pigeon Forge. But when we come back, it'll be the Highlanders kicking to the Tigers, and we'll see what happens after that. Again, Pigeon Forge 35, Highlanders 6.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Welcome back into Highlander football. The crew on hand, that's Scott, Woody, HL, and myself, Rick, along with Cameron and Sam, bringing you Highlander football tonight from Pigeon Forge. After the missed PAT, Hugo Henry drops back to kick off for the Highlanders. Will we see the onside kick here?
There's only one lineman number out there. But we use a lot of the younger kids.
It is a high kick coming to the near side, fielded at about the 13-yard line. Looking for some running room, tries to come outside, jukes a Highlander defender, and then runs back into another one there. Nolan Cotton, the first player with contact. The official on the near side will give the return progress to the 31-yard line for Pigeon Forge.
$6:50 to go in the ball game, folks. You gotta, if you lock us up here in the box, we're wanting the defense to make another stop, let the offense play a little more.
For the Highlanders, defensively up front, we've got Zane Henry, Cole Tucker, and I believe that's 72 Tanner Duncan, maybe.
Adrian Stanley,
Adrian Stanley, 77. The handoff, trying to go to the right side, and the Highlander white shirts get there. They'll hold it to a gain of maybe 2 yards, bringing up second down for Pigeon Forge.
Okay, Phoenix Norris was in there, and one of the big guys. I'm not sure if it was
Linebackers look like they're going to be, for the Highlanders, Cannon Van Hook.
Still a smaller set of linebackers.
Luke Boland, Phoenix Norris, and Will Russ, I think, back on the field. Nolan Cotton, Hugo Henry, Rylan Griffith, and the other secondary player will be Brady Strunk. He would be what we call the strong safety. It's not what the Highlanders call that player. The handoff, trying to run right again. Still digging, still driving. Adrian Stanley finally stood him up, and a bunch of white shirts get there to push him back. The gain out to about the 38-yard line. The Pigeon Forge 38-yard line will bring up third down for the Tigers.
Almost 8-yard gain right there. I thought we might have had that cut down a little bit short, but a good spin move, that running back moved that on out there some.
Third down 2. 3rd and 2. Pigeon Forge, 5.5 minutes left in the game. Clock running. Now 5:25. Plenty of time on the play clock. Tyson Mcfall gone all the way for Pigeon Forge at quarterback. From the shotgun, he's got 2 backs in the backfield. 2 receivers left. The handoff, trying to run a sweep out to the left. And good successful carry. Has a first down and more before pushed out of bounds by the Highlanders. It'll be first down to the Highlander 47-yard line. That's that number 22 on the carry.
That got some good blocking against our guys on this side. Trying to look, could we have? I think our tackle up there that time was Zane, and it was Zane. Can't remember who the backer. I guess that would have been
Chase Coed in on the defensive line now for the Highlanders.
He's in on the nose.
And there's a timeout, and I think Pigeon Forge took the timeout. Anyway, with a timeout, we'll join the teams during this break. Pigeon Forge 35, our visiting Highlanders 6. We'll return right after this message.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
Got an offensive unit in now for Pigeon Forge.
McFall fakes the handoff. They run a sweep to the right side, breaking tackles into the secondary. Finally, it took 2 Highlanders to bring him down, but you think the number 2 unit just came in.
Well, look at the line. I mean, they're kind of small.
Yeah. And a different quarterback, too. The quarterback is now number 4. That is White Howard.
But sometimes you bring that second group in, hey, they want to get on, they want to score too, you know.
First down to the Highlander 29-yard line. Howard, handoff to the right side. There's that same basic play again, except the ball carrier went more outside. 3 or 4 white shirts for the Highlanders get there to team up on the tackle. Phoenix Norris, Rylan Griffith, maybe Adrian Stanley. They all get there to help make the tackle. That'll be a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4 for Pigeon Forge.
Gavin Terry replaces Adrian Stanley at the right or the left tackle, I'm sorry.
Pigeon Forge from the huddle. They'll send 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. They'll have a wing back on the left side. Look for him maybe to get the ball. High snap. Quarterback has to go back, pick it up. Here come the Highlanders, and Brady Strunk will force him out of bounds. Back near the the Highlander 28-yard line, 27, 28-yard line. A loss on the play by Pigeon Forge. They officially spotted at the Highlander 27-yard line. Takes it back where it is now 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8 for Pigeon Forge. He went out of bounds. I don't necessarily know that the game clock should be running right now, but it is.
Unless they say he wasn't officially out. I think the referees want to go home.
Hand off to the back. Pushes ahead off the right guard for a couple of yards. That is Carson Blaylock on the carry, number 21. Ball spotted at the Highlander 25-yard line. It is 4th down and 6. 4th down and 7 maybe to go. I say 4th down and we'll say 6 for Pigeon Forge. They'll go for it on 4th down as their quarterback Howard trots back out on the field. Receiver left, 2 receivers to the right. Wing back also on that right-hand side. 1 back staying in the backfield. Now in motion, they try to run the jet sweep coming to the left. The Highlanders slowed it up in the backfield.
Good
and
job.
Losing the ball, but recovering it was the ball carrier that time, number 24, Blake Hill. And on downs, possession will go over to our Highlanders. Highlanders have 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the game, starting at our own 24-yard line. Also looks like a second defense by Pigeon Forge. Brady Strunk walks to the huddle, tells the players the snap count. We'll go trips out left, 1 receiver to the right. Norris in the backfield alongside Strunk. Brady has the ball, gives it to Norris, cuts back in the middle, running room across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2nd down upcoming Highlanders.
Phoenix leg's getting a little tired right now. He's not going to try to run around too many people when he can run over them, you know. That's my kind of running.
Right. Stay tuned after the ball game. We'll have our Highlander postgame wrap-up. We'll have our end of the game scoring summary, our end of the game statistics. We'll talk about the game a little bit, look ahead at the Highlander schedule for the next couple of weeks, and hopefully maybe Coach Terry will join us after the ball game tonight. Highlanders have 2 receivers left, tight end left, 1 receiver right. Norris in the backfield. We moved, so that would have been a procedural penalty against the Highlanders. Stops the clock momentarily at 1 minute 20 seconds. They will, when they mark it off, they'll restart the game clock.
Down to minute 20, unless you just said that and I didn't hear it. But
Highlanders looking to the sideline, getting the play. The game clock is running. Now with 70 seconds left in this matchup with Pigeon Forge. Highlanders from their huddle to the line of scrimmage. They'll keep 2 receivers left, 1 right. Strunk awaits the snap, has it, kept it himself, took it away from Norris. Breaks free on the outside, has a 1st down and more as he pushed out of bounds across the Highlander 40-yard line. That's a First National Bank 1st down, Highlanders. Stopping the clock with 46 seconds to go. We hear one of the Highlander coaches say, huddle, huddle. So that means everybody's going to look to the sideline. The ball at the Highlander 42-yard line.
46 seconds to go.
Highlanders will have twins right. One receiver to the left, tight end on the right side. He is uncovered, so that makes him eligible. The handoff to Norris. Norris into the middle.
Phoenix.
Running room.
Phoenix.
Broke another tackle. Another tackle. Inside
Inside
Pigeon Forge territory. He's taken down at about the Pigeon Forge 42-yard line maybe. The clock stopped on the first down by the Highlanders. That's a First National Bank first down. Clock now starts.
Less than a half a minute now.
A couple of players pop on the field for the Highlanders.
Bay Phoenix, yeah.
Brady Strunk
Balls.
and Phoenix Norris, they get a hand as they come out of the game. Phoenix a senior, Brady a junior. And with 10 seconds to go, the Highlanders do not have to run a play. They'll, however, come to the line of scrimmage.
We'll have time to get it off.
Luke Boland will be the quarterback. In motion, Henry.
They
hand it off to Henry. Henry tries to run a sweep to the left, and he's going to be caught and swarmed under. The ball came out. The Highlanders recovered, however, and that will be the end of this football game between our Highlanders and the home team Pigeon Forge Tigers. The Highlanders, as Woody and I talked about at halftime, sort of lost our edge, lost our momentum, or what I couldn't tell you exactly when we had that first quarter punt blocked and recovered for a touchdown by Pigeon Forge. We just never seemed to recover from that shock in the first half.
That kind of let a little air out of the balloon right there. But you know what, Rick? I think the fact that those guys, Pigeon Forge guys, was making some pretty good defensive plays, and we had an awful hard time trying to make some plays ourselves on offense.
Yep, don't get mad, but I'm closing your window there.
Well,
it's not because we're going home right now. It's just because.
I was going to wave at Cooper, but you shut the door before I could holler at him.
That's okay. He'll be up here in a minute.
He took my place here for a while, didn't he?
Yep, he sure did. And the Highlanders on the road, first game that we've played in 3 weeks, and the Pigeon Forge Tigers put on a good home field performance against the Highlanders, winning by the final score of 35-6. 35-6. Don't go anywhere. We'll take this extended break just for the sake of things so we can get squared away here a little bit. Let's make this a 30-second break when we come back after, a 3-minute break. A 3-minute break. When we come back after these messages, we'll have our Highlander postgame. That includes stats, scoring summary, and more. All that when we return to Pigeon Forge after these messages.
Tonight's game is produced by the IH Sports Network. No part of the audio or video from tonight's game may be redistributed or retransmitted without the express written consent of the IH Sports Network and Liberty Press Incorporated. The IH Sports Network's first commitment is to the student athletes of our community, their families, and their coaches. Find us online at ihsports.net.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Odds are there's a Potter's Ace Hardware right in your neighborhood, with expert advice and the right tools and supplies to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Potter's Ace has a convenient location on Industrial Lane here in Oneida. Visit the helpful folks at Potter's Ace for all your home improvement needs. Potter's Ace, the helpful place.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Home improvement doesn't have to break the bank. At Salvage LLC, we have everything you need to finish your new home or to give a makeover to your existing home. From a full line of laminated and vinyl flooring to interior and exterior doors to crown molding and baseboards, start your next home project at Salvage LLC. Stop by and check out our model kitchen setup for ideas on how to take your kitchen from functional to stunning. Salvage LLC is located on Industrial Lane in Oneida. Open 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Find us online at salvagellc.net.
South Fork Physical Therapy is proud to support the Scott Highlanders and the Oneida Indians. With offices in both Huntsville and Oneida, one of our 6 doctors of physical therapy are always close by. We regularly treat back and neck pain, general sprains and strains, vertigo or dizziness, TMJ disorders, as well as post-operative patients. We accept all insurances and flexible payment plans are available. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we strive to make your experience accessible, affordable, and enjoyable.
A responsible local bank must branch out into the community it serves. At First National Bank, we realize a community bank must be a strong partner with the community. That's why First National Bank doesn't have branches, but roots that are deeply embedded in the fundamentals and foundations set forth in the past, with a vision for fostering the potential for the future. Since 1904, First National Bank has had only one focus: you. First National Bank. Your family, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to our Highlander postgame wrap-up. We certainly want to thank the Highlander fans who traveled to Sevier County tonight to watch the matchup between Highlanders and the Pigeon Forge Tigers. We had a fair little crowd right here. It was an early start from what we're used to at 7 o'clock, and so it's, I don't know if that scared off some people from coming over here. Just the dadgum traffic does sometimes when you think about coming down the Parkway to get to Pigeon Forge. But nevertheless, the Highlanders make the travel to Pigeon Forge tonight. Pigeon Forge, they got started earlier when they blocked the first punt attempt by the Highlanders and recovered at the 1-yard line. And one step into the end zone, a touchdown score for Pigeon Forge, and they sort of shell-shocked the Highlanders a little bit very early. First thing I want to take care of business tonight is our First National Bank player of the game. Tonight, our First National Bank player of the game is Phoenix Norris, one of the 2 seniors on the squad for the Highlanders. He and Cannon Van Hook are the only seniors, I think, on the squad. Well, there's 3 or 4 linemen out there, too.
Yeah. I think we've got
sorry.
about 8.
So I take that back. He's not the only senior, but he is a senior, and he is our First National Bank Player of the Week. Congratulations to Phoenix Norris. He wears number 24 when you look at the film and watch him down on the field. So our congrats to Phoenix for being tonight's Player of the Game.
He's a good young man and a good football player.
Yeah, you like conversing with him an awful lot at football practice.
You know.
Of course, you like conversing with several of them, so you say a lot of them are good young men.
Hey, they think I'm almost as young as them, except for that extra 50-some years.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go ahead. First thing we'll do in this segment is recap the end-of-the-game scoring summary. We start first off, as I just alluded to, Pigeon Forge blocked a punt attempt by Brady Strunk. The snap was high, real slow getting back there, and Pigeon Forge sort of brought the house on that one anyway, so they blocked the punt, recovered at the 1-yard line by Noah Dyer, and a step into the end zone. He had the touchdown. The A.B. Gonzalez point-after kick was good. Pigeon Forge led 7-0. There was no other scoring in the first quarter of play. We move into the second quarter, and Tyson Mcfall tosses a 44-yard touchdown pass to Judson Statham. Gonzalez' point-after kick was also good. and at that point, Pigeon Forge led 14-0. Later in the second quarter, 6:08 left, Bryce Effler on a 13-yard touchdown run for Pigeon Forge. Gonzalez, again, another point after kick, made it 21-0. And the final score of the first half was a Brady Maples 21-yard touchdown run for Pigeon Forge. Gonzalez knocked through another point after kick. It was 28-0 at halftime. We come out to start the third quarter of play. It is the Highlanders kicking off to Pigeon Forge. And I think on that particular possession, they moved the ball down the field a little bit, and then the Highlanders were able to force a fumble and recover that. So that was 2 turnovers in the game tonight for the Highlanders that we were able to force out of Pigeon Forge. We moved deep into the third quarter with 3 minutes 54 seconds remaining, and Tyson Mcfall this time tosses a long pass down the middle of the field. It covers 73 yards to the mysterious number 23 that we don't have on our roster. A couple players wore numbers tonight, 22 and 23, that we do not have on the Pigeon Forge roster. The Gonzalez point after kick gave Pigeon Forge the 35-0 lead in the running clock. And then the Highlanders, on our second possession of the second half, we start from our own 20-yard line, pick up 3 first downs en route to a Brady Strunk 9-yard touchdown run. The kick was no good on the extra point. The big play was that 43 or 45-yard touchdown pass, catch, and run from Brady Strunk to Ryland Griffith. That was the big play there that really set the Highlanders up in the scoring position. There was no other scoring in tonight's contest, and the Pigeon Forge Tigers have now taken the lead in the series over the Highlanders. They lead 3-2 overall in the series against our Highlanders. So a win for Pigeon Forge tonight, 35-6. It takes our overall record to 3 wins, 2 losses, and for the Highlanders, we now fall to 1 win and 3 losses. 1 win, 3 losses, and next week we start a 3-game home series. Gibbs will be coming in next Friday night, and we think that is homecoming at Highlander Field. Sam shakes his head, confirms that, so we think that'll be homecoming right there. Let's take a break right here. This will be an extended break. We'll get Woody over, and we'll take a look at the end of the game stats, and we'll be back with more of your Highlander postgame right after this break.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday, or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Lumber King in Oneida, Tennessee is the region's one-stop shop for everything a DIYer might need. Carhartt apparel, rugged clothing that works as hard as you do. Lumber King Rental Center, a home for not only tools that a construction site might need, but heavy equipment that can get the hardest jobs done in no time. Here at Lumber King, we carry all of the essentials. Let us be your #1 source for everything construction. You can visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee. Because at Lumber King, we deliver.
Home-style cooking with friendly service and a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. That's Razax on U.S. Highway 27 in Helenwood. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
Football makes people happy. At United Cumberland Bank, totally free checking makes our customers happy. If you are not completely satisfied with your checking account, come see me and find out why more Scott Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank. This is Tammy Strunk, new accounts representative, and I would appreciate your business. United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC, $50 minimum deposit to open. Other fees may apply. Ask us for details.
Welcome back for our next segment in our Highlander postgame wrap-up. I've got Woody in the room with us right now, and Woody, you've got our offensive and defensive stats to go over.
Ready for Pigeon Forge rushing. Bryson Effort had 3 carries for 28 yards and a touchdown. Adrian Littles has 1 carry for 58 yards. Adrian Howard had 7 carries for 51 yards. Tyson Mcfall had 4 for 10 yards. Brady Maples had 2 for 36 yards and a touchdown. Blake Keel had 1 for 1. Tyson Blaylock had 3 carries for 26 yards. And Wild Howard had 1 for -4. They rushed the ball 22 times, 206 yards. They had 2 touchdowns. They had 2 fumbles and lost 1. Mcfall was 4 out of 9, 1 interception, 2 touchdowns, 132 yards. Total offense of 338 yards. For the Highlanders, Brady Strunk had 17 carries for 36 yards and a touchdown. Phoenix Norris had 17 carries for 69 yards. Hugo Henry had 2 carries for 8 yards. And Kenan Van Hook had 1 carry for 9 yards. We rushed the ball, I'll take it back, 37 times, 122 yards. We had 1 fumble and got it back. Strunk was 2 for 3, 1 touchdown, or 1 interception, 56 yards, 178. Receiving, Rylan Griffith had 2 for 56 yards.
What was our total offense there?
178.
178.
It was.
I probably didn't say that.
You know, this would have been a great night had we been tracking like time of possession, because at times to me it seemed like, well, we had the ball a good amount of time, but then I think about it, I think, well, they had some kind of short, quick drives.
Right.
And I didn't mean to say that just right when Coach Terry walked in, but of course we don't track time of possession, Coach.
Well, we'd like to, but it's too much work on us.
I used to do that when I was younger, but I can't do it no more.
We ain't found nobody that's got a clock yet.
We figured out on the way over here that our 4-man Highlander crew, and that's not even counting Sam, we're over 200 cumulative years of age. So, you know, I mean, comes a point in time, Coach Terry will agree, that you need to quit keeping track. Yeah, see, it proves the point. Keep track of numbers all the time.
Just nudge him over there, Josh. He's falling asleep on you.
And it's a tough night after not doing football for 3 weeks. That's for sure. There, Coach Josh Terry joins us. Highlanders fall at Pigeon Forge tonight. We're not making excuses. We're talking about no practice last week. Sort of limited practice and poor field conditions practicing home this week. The shell shock of that first punt that was blocked and recovered for a touchdown for Pigeon Forge. That was all those factors, I think, huge when evaluating the concept of the game.
It is. You know, and it's kind of a representative mindset though with that unit. And everybody's heads executing the whole rest of the night. Everything was just kind of moving fast on us.
The game was going faster than we were in the first half.
And I felt like, you know, it's one thing to be sound and sharp and stuff in practice, and another thing to be getting live bullets a lot of times with
against a fairly good team, Coach.
Very good team, very well coached team.
And I'll tell you what, there was a time or two when we got lucky by a penalty. I don't mean lucky, but we were helped by a penalty. Or they may have got another, well, maybe not scores, but they got some big gains, came back. And the same thing for us. We had a couple called back too. So.
Yeah, well, you know, I think by and large both teams kind of played pretty penalty-free. Mm-hmm. I felt like we was disciplined, at least in that regard. Blew some gaskets elsewhere, and you know we're down some guys. I understand that, and we're young in some places and having to get old the hard way.
Yeah.
But you know obviously it's not something that we're going to sugarcoat going forward. We got some work to do, and that I know. You know, that's funny because. You guys talking about your staff a while ago. I said the first thing popped in my head was that's 4 more crew member than I got. But you know,
but not the age that we've got.
Not the age. Yeah. But I want to tell you.
Hey, I hang around. You can count my age if you want to.
The work ethic that those three other men have, I'm telling you, if I only had three, it would be those three. You know what I mean? And they're quality guys. I know what kind of approach to work they bring going forward, and I know these players. I know that wasn't up to their standard, and they're as disappointed as we are. So we're eager to get back to work on Monday and just get better.
Good weather forecast for next week. You've got a 3-game homestand coming up: Gibbs, Clay County, and Fulton. I mean, Clay County's ranked in Class A ball. Fulton, we know about them. Gibbs is a pretty good football team this year.
Yeah. We're going to get some people back, Coach. I mean, maybe a running back. I talked to Sky a little bit out there today. It might be a while for him, but at least he didn't have no bone or apparently hardware issue.
Well, we'll keep evaluating him as we go.
Yeah.
Cannon, it's one of those things where he's been quarantined up till today.
Yeah.
So it's one of those deals where, I'm not punitive with it. I ain't gonna, penalize him for for being quarantined. But he's a little bit out of shape, And, and
he
there's
told
some
me
guys
that before the game. Yeah,
that's been in the rhythm of what we've been working on this week. So I mean, we kind of filtered him in and out.
But he still had his normal want to, though.
Yeah,
that was a big thing.
he still fought as hard as ever, even though a lot of times he's having to try to catch up with what we got going on scheme wise for game specific type stuff.
And Coach, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I've been saying that the line, that's the motor of this Highlander team.
It is.
And by having, when Sky's out there, I mean, you kind of got to change the piston from one side to the other. And
yeah, well, we brought in Reese, who, ain't a bad lineman at all.
Yeah.
And we bumped Gavin out to tackle, and bring in Big Reese right there at guard, and we're kind of shuffling the deck, not really just taking one guy out and losing one and replacing him with one. You kind of get a lesser version of this one because he's repping a new spot, and it just kind of everybody's mojo. It's going to take some time to re-gel a new group.
And the extra blocking that you've been getting out of Jace is that short back. Well, he's been sick today, so he didn't play many plays.
Right?
Tonight.
No, he's sick, and he wasn't going real good, and we. And before anybody jumps to conclusions, it ain't that kind of sick. He got tested on that, and it was negative. But obviously, he had some allergy type stuff, and breaking into cold sweats, and head bothering him, and all this different stuff. But he sucked it up and played and went for a little bit. But I think just by and large, top to bottom, we wasn't really just 100% firing tonight, and it was, that's missing guys, and that's also just kind of getting out of a 2-week,
Let me ask this
dead
question.
zone.
Coming in the second half, I was sitting up here thinking, okay, Coach Terry has went to the quicker linebackers.
Yeah.
Was that your mind to get some quicker bodies in there? I know, and I think
Luke
Luke Boland did great.
He did
playing that linebacker.
Well, we was repping a lot of guys on defense. Honestly, that D line was switching in and out a lot.
Yeah.
And it was just trying to keep guys fresh, trying to keep guys where they could play a 4-quarter ball game, and you ain't got one group of guys that's wore out in the fourth quarter. But it's a very lateral run game, so we needed to be able to move at the second level. But
I mean, the first half linebackers were doing fairly good. Like I said, you just came in with more foot speed, I thought, for the second half.
Yeah, well, everything they were doing was about trying to outnumber you on one side or the other and get some kind of sweep with buck scheme going with two guards pulling and hit you out wide. And we needed to have as many people in the second level of our defense ready to get lateral and stop those sweeps. But
And like I said at halftime, Coach, I know I saw you talk to your secondary people. They're going to load people up and they're going to make a pump.
Yeah.
And somebody needs to be back there. Well,
Right.
they didn't listen good.
Well, they're young guys
Yeah.
that, situations have presented themselves as tough on them. It's tough on me of being thrown into an experience where they got to learn on the fly.
That's
and they got to
right.
learn quick,
That's
and they're
right.
sophomores. And from an athleticism standpoint, they've got bright futures in front of them.
Yeah.
We're hitting some growing pains where they're having to learn stuff the hard way right now.
And no one or two plays makes that big a difference.
Right, and I wouldn't trade them guys for anybody on planet Earth right now. They're my guys. I know what they bring as far as work goes, and I look forward to seeing what they're going to turn into.
I look forward to being out around those kids every day,
Yeah.
Coach. I tell you, I do.
Right.
Coach, thanks for coming up.
Yes, sir.
As we say a lot of times, sometimes it's tough, we know, after a loss, but thank you for the time that you give to us with our broadcast and the insight that you bring. And we look forward to being at home in the next 3 weeks to really get my voice in broadcasting shape, because you can tell it fades in and out quite a bit.
Well, win, lose, or draw, God's still God. He's
That's
still
right.
a great God.
That's right.
And I've got a great family at home, and I ain't really got to reach outside of this. I love this job.
Mm-hmm.
I love it as much right now as I did when I took it, and I've got no problem at all coming up here and talking to the original Highlanders about how the game just went.
Well, thank you very much. Coach, appreciate it. We'll see you next week. We'll certainly see you next week at the ball game as the Highlanders play host to Gibbs.
Yes, sir.
Final score in the matchup tonight was the Pigeon Forge Tigers 35, Highlanders 6. H, ask Woody if he's got any final comments, or if you got any final comments. Thanks a lot, Coach Terry.
Anybody got any final comments?
Ben, you got any final comments?
Ben got any final comments?
Okay.
Has Cooper got any final comments? Well, they kept my chair in good shape.
Back to what we was talking about defensive. I forgot them. Phoenix Norris had 9. Noah Cotton had 6. Griffith had 2. He had the interception. Luke had 2. He had the fumble recovery, and then we got a bunch of ones and twosies. But like when we can get back to work and got 3 home games, good crowd tonight, and we want to pack the house next Friday and support these kids.
We believe it's homecoming next Friday night.
Yeah, so
and that'd be the 51st homecoming for the Highlander program.
So we need to get out and these kids, they give it all. We don't have many, but whatever there, and the coach and the staff, they give it all they got.
Fill up the house for our 51st homecoming of Highlander football next week as the Highlanders will entertain the Gibbs Eagles. I want to thank the guys here bringing you our coverage tonight of Highlander football. That was Cameron behind the camera. We've got Sam working our board and all these other things that he does. He pushes things on an iPad I've never seen before. And hope I never have to learn how to operate. He's got that. Ben was here with us tonight. Of course, Scott, Woody, HL, myself, Rick Keaton.
And Cooper Garrett. He kept my chair warm.
And we thank you for tuning in to Highlander football tonight. We look forward to next week. Remember, the game times at Highlander Field, the next 3 games, are all at 7:30. Game time next week. We look forward to seeing you there. For the IH Sports Network, in conjunction with Liberty Press and everybody else, WBNT and OCV, it's been a pleasure bringing you Highlander ball. We'll see you next week at Highlander Stadium, game time 7:30. We send it back to all the respective studios and say, from Pigeon Forge, good night, Scott County.